what's going on? This is another episode of the Reporter Vlog News for October. Oh no, October 17th, 2025 on a Tuesday, not a Tuesday, but a Friday. On a Friday, um, with the last doubleheader at least for the vlog. Um, a Pretty much world news today. World news type of flavor to the last doubleheader. Uh, Pretty much first story. Pretty much good news, I guess, people for people's kids at least. Instagram says it will make the app more PG-13 for teens with new series of changes. New series of changes. So they're gonna draw. So Instagram is gonna. I guess gonna. I guess you could say drop the drop it. The. No, let me get to the story. And the story tells the story. Tells this story better than me. Let me get this story. Okay, Instagram says it's overhauling how teens experience the app, making it more PG-13. It's brought to you by NBC News, with the publisher being David Ingram. It was published on October 14th, 2025 at 7 o'clock a.m. 7 o'clock a.m. Okay, Instagram said Tuesday that it would. Instagram said Tuesday that it would overhaul its approach to teenagers' account and try to crack down on their access to objectionable content after a firestorm of bad publicity over how teens use the social media app. Instagram, which is owned by Meta, announced a series of changes that it said were aimed to making teens experience the Instagram similar to viewing at PG-13 movies, with equivalent restrictions on sexualized content and other adult material. One new restriction that Instagram said it would adopt is called age gating. If an Instagram account regularly shares content that is age appropriate, for example, content related to alcohol or links to pornographic websites, then the company said it will block all teens' accounts from being able to see or chat with that account. The age gating could apply even to celebrities or other widely followed accounts. Instagram said, but it did not say precisely where it would draw the line for adult accounts that do not want to be age gated. Company representative said sharing one piece of age appropriate content would not be enough for an adult run account to lose access to the teen audience. Other apps such as YouTube also use age gating to restrict access to certain type of content. A second new restriction on the similar Instagram will block teen search results for a wider range of adult search terms. Going beyond its current list of restricted terms, it says the changes apply only to teen-specific accounts, which are accounts for teens have created using their truthful birth dates, or accounts that Instagram has determined through its own investigation are likely to be those of people under 18 years old. It is common for teens to lie about their age online to avoid certain restrictions. A 2024 survey of UK teens by the media regulatory regulator Ofcom found that 22% of the 17-year-olds said they lied on social media that they were 18 or older. Let's read that again. Ofcom found that 22% of 17-year-olds said they lied on social media that they are 18 or older. A representative for Instagram said it tries to catch teens who lie about their age, but declined to say how often it finds them doing so. In announcing the latest changes, Instagram said it was barring the thinking behind the PG-13 movie rating, which suggests paternal guidance because of some material parents might not like for their young children. The film industry voluntarily released the modern film rating system in the 1960s, when it too it was facing the threat of government regulation. It's like you might see some suggestive content or hear some strong language in a PG-13 movie. Teens may occasionally see something like that on the Instagram. But we're going to keep doing all we can to keep those instances as rare as possible, Instagram said in a statement. The company said that the teen accounts it would hide or not recommend posts with strong language. Certain risky stunts, sexually suggestive poses, and marijuana paraphernalia. It also said artificial intelligence experiences for teens will be guided by PG-13 ratings by default, with limits on the types of responses given. It said the same content restrictions will apply to account holders who become adults, providing the same experience to 17-year-olds as 13-year-olds. Okay. I guess I'll read this one too. Okay, Meta adds parental controls for teen AI teen interactions. Okay, some parents have uh, complained for years that Instagram, TikTok, and other social media apps do not do enough to protect teens' well-being. Last year, during a Senate hearing, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg apologized to parents in gallery who said that Instagram contributed to their children's deaths, or exploitation. Instagram does not verify self-reported ages at sign up in the United States, and Meta is a member of two trade associations. NetChoice and the Computer and Communication Industry Association that have sued to block state laws that will require age verification. In June, the trade groups won injunctions against state mandated age checks in Florida and Georgia. Instagram allows kids as young as 13 years old to create accounts. And let's read that again. Instagram allows kids as young as 13 years old to create accounts. Last year, it introduced teen-specific accounts, saying that all minors would be routed into such accounts automatically with limits on messaging and tagging. Instagram says teens have created millions of teen-specific accounts, although it has declined to say how many of those accounts remain active after they are created. Instagram is rolling out the overhaul after a withering year in the public spotlight. In August, Reuters reported that an internal Meta documented permitted children to engage in romantic and sensual AI chats, including on an Instagram chatbot. In September, two former employees of Meta testified before Congress that the company blocked their research into teen safety and virtual reality and avoided adopting certain because the company blocked their research into teen safety and virtual reality and avoided adopting the certain safety measures. If those measures would mean fewer teens use the company apps, including Instagram and Facebook. Children drive profits. One of the former employees, Jason Sanders, said in an interview last month, if Meta invests more in safety to get kids off of them, engagement goes down, monetization goes down, ad revenue goes down. They need them. Meta at the time criticized Sanders' testimony and the testimony of other former employee Case Savage, saying that their claims were nonsense and that they were based on selectively leaked internal documents that were picked specifically and crafted a false narrative. It said it had no blanket prohibition on conducting research with young people. Okay. A report last month from several child safety groups, including Fair Play, criticized Instagram's teen account features as failing to deliver substantial safety benefits. The report also urged the recommendation made a 13-year-old teen account should be reasonable, PG rated. Meta said the report was misleading, that it misrepresented the company's efforts. Okay, that'll do it for that one. As for you, parents of teenagers, 13 and up, good story for you to listen to. But it's needed to be done because you go on Instagram and it's pretty much like going to a porn site. Except, and it's pretty much a breeding ground for people trying to sell, they just say, triple X photos and triple X uh, uh, videos. Yeah, so it's PG-13 rating movement is pretty much right on time. Right on time. But let us move on to the last one because the time for my other job is coming in 8 minutes. Okay, let's gather. Okay, well, America just bailed out Argentina with a 20 million lifeline CNN business. 20 million. 20 million. Yeah, I think we're gonna read this before we drop a little commentary on it and read the story first. CNN. Okay. Well, like I said, this is brought to you by CNN. Like I said, this is brought to you by CNN Business. Why America just bailed out Argentina with a 20 million lifeline. Updated on October 15th. This was updated October 15th, 2025 by Brian Mena. Mena. Okay, Washington. The Trump administration is bailing out Argentina in a move critics are saying has more to do with politics and economics or American interests. The means 20 million U.S. taxpayer dollars will be used to bail out a country led by a close ally of President Donald Trump's chainsaw wielding libertarian Javier Milei. Javier Milei. Two men met on Tuesday at the White House for a bilateral meeting where the discussion included the extraordinary bailout and tariffs, Trump said. Bailout is really meant to help a good financial philosophy, and so we can help our neighbors. Trump has said during the meeting. On the Wednesday, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the administration is working on a additional 20 million in aid for Argentina, funded by private banks and sovereign wealth funds. Ooh, man. Oh, I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. The bailout is really meant to help a good financial philosophy, and so we can help our neighbors. So we can help our neighbors, Trump said during their meeting on Wednesday. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the administration is working on an additional 20 million in aid for Argentina, funded by private banks and sovereign wealth funds, according to a transcript provided by Treasury. Meanwhile, the U.S. federal government is nearing 2 weeks of being shut down, and U.S. business and industry continues to reel from Trump's ongoing trade war. Here are some key details about the administration's new financial rescue of Argentina. Well, there's a problem. Argentina is at risk for financial collapse. Ooh, man. Boy, this says a lot. The country's currency fell sharply after President Malay's party suffered a significant defeat in the election last month. The losses shook investors' confidence in Malay's ability to see through his economic reforms. Malay has slashed government spending, cut regulations, and fired tens of thousands of public sectors workers since taking office in 2023. His administration has seen some success. Inflation in Argentina raced this year to the lowest monthly pace in more than 4 years. uh, Trump administration has argued that Argentina's financial strife could spill over into other economics if it isn't contained swiftly. Administration officials say they also see a risk of Argentina's a major economy in South America strengthening the ties with China. Next legislative election in Argentina takes place in October of 2026. Yes, what is the U.S. doing? On Thursday, Bessent confirmed On social media, the Argentina's bailout is moving forward in two key ways. Besson said the administration has finalized a 20 million currency swap agreement with the Argentina Central Bank, allowing it to exchange its local currency for U.S. dollars. But what? Oh man, what are you gonna do with Argentina Central exchange for local currency for the U.S. dollar? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You exchanging the U.S. dollar with Argentina's money. As Argentina can use the U.S. dollar, you ain't. It's just you just pretty much exchanging a lot of paper. That's what you pretty much doing. It's essentially a $20 million loan. Experts say. Trump's top economic officials also said the administration directly purchased an undisclosed amount of Argentina pesos. It's only the fourth time since 1996 that the United States has bought another country's currency. Well, what are you going to do with it? According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, these measures are aimed at stabilizing Argentina's financial market. Wow. Why is this? It's controversial. The United States has provided foreign countries with financial lifelines before, usually when the stability of the global economy is at risk, or when a close geographical ally such as Mexico finds itself underwater and could damage U.S. creditors and investors. But the bailout isn't urgent. It's happening at an awkward time. The critics are accusing Trump of using billions of American dollars just to prop up one of his own personal allies. You get it. Treasury decision offers a swap in Argentina to really a signal that Washington is willing to wield their financial tools for political purposes in ways that depart from past norms, wrote Heidi Krebo Rediger, a former chief of economics in the State Department, and Douglas Rediger, a former U.S. representative on the International Monetary Fund Executive Board, in a Financial Times column published on October the 2nd. This is all while the United States government is shut down, which has resulted in more than 1 million federal workers being furloughed and working without pay. It is inexplicable that President Trump is propping up a foreign government while he shuts down our own. Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts said in a statement on Thursday. Pretty much that sums it up. Meanwhile, the results has been a 1-2 punch against American farmers from Trump's own policies. American farmers are having a tough year in no small part because of Trump's bid to reshape global trade. The Argentina's bailout advertently worsened their plight. Oh boy. China is a major buyer of U.S. soybeans. All the purchases of the commodity in May in response to Trump's trade war. Then after the Argentina temporarily scrapped export taxes on grains, China swooped in and bought tens of thousands of pounds of Argentina soybeans instead. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why. Why would the United States help bail out Argentina while they take American soybean producers' biggest market? Uh, we should use leverage at every turn to help a hurting farm economy. Family farmers should be top of our mind in negotiation by Representative of the USA, Republican Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa wrote on X on September 25th. Beyond Malay, China, who benefits? Beyond Malay, China, and the Argentine Treasury critics say The bailout also stands to greatly benefit wealthy fund managers who are major holders of the Argentine debtors and assets. Bailout will deliver a major windfall on Rob Citron, a billionaire hedge fund manager with significant investments in Argentina. Besson's personal and professional relationship with Citron has spanned decades, according to independent journalist Judd Legum. Trump's promised America first, but he's putting himself and his billionaire buddies first. Let's read that again. Trump promised America first, but he's putting himself and his billionaire buddies first, and sticking America with the bill. It sums up. It sums it up. Warren said in a statement Thursday, 8 Democrats, including Warren, have introduced a bill in Congress to prevent Argentina's bailout. But Besson told CNBC recently that this trope that we're helping our wealthy Americans with interests down there couldn't be more false. Yeah. What we're doing is maintaining a U.S. strategic interest in the Western Hemisphere, he added. Whatever it helps you get to sleep at night. But this pretty much sums it up for this story. Trump promised America first, but he is putting himself and his billionaire buddies first, sticking America with the bill. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing. It's been his plan from the beginning. And you got MAGA, which was quiet, going along with it. Going along with it. And you got some outside MAGA base with pretty much just straight Trump fans going along with it. What's wrong with it, according to them? Foolish. Foolish. Like I said, this reminds me of King Louis and Marie Antoinette. How they treated the people. How they treated the people. You know, the famous words of Marie Antoinette: "Let them eat cake." Let them eat cake. Yeah, it reminds me to a T. This whole administration. King Louis and Marie Antoinette. If there's any history scholars out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all exactly know what I'm talking about. What historical story that you know what I'm talking about. 20 million. While the United States is in a shutdown, like a light, like a bad light bulb. But it lets you know, folks. Let you know where you stand with Donald J. Trump. If you can't see it now, you need Jesus. If you can't see where his mind is at, and what he thinks about you as a American, you need Jesus. I mean, 20 million U.S. taxpayer dollars, pretty much using your money to pay off, to give to a foreign guy to help his country out, using your money to bail out Argentina, knowing that the country's in a shutdown. And he got his nerve to blame the Democrats for the shutdown. when he got the money right in his hand to help out, when he got the power to help out. See, that's what I'm talking about. When you got the power to help out, and you just don't want to do it. But you know how to blame somebody else. This is what this administration is all about. They got the power to help, but they rather blame somebody else and fulfill their own agenda on top of it. On top of it. But let me get on out for my job. 9 minutes past my job time, my other job time. That'll do for this double header right here. Y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend. I'm gone.